important factor in prayer is not that you prayed. It's not that you sweated. It's not that you spent 3 hours. It's not that you spent days. That is not the most important part of prayer. The most important part of prayer is that God hears you. So, when it comes to answering prayers, James chapter 4 and verse 3, the Bible said, you ask and receive not, okay? Because you ask amiss, that you may consume it upon your lust. So you can ask and miss. You can actually ask wrongly. When you want to call someone and you dial a wrong number, you will not get to the person. So it's possible to pray and pray in the wrong way. It's possible to try to reach God and then you are calling the wrong number. The connection is not right. There is something that connects your prayer to God. So prayers has its own way of being expressed. And it also has its own way of being answered. Not every prayer expressed is answered. Prayer in itself is not what guarantees answer. It is prayer that has been delivered that guarantees answer. For prayer to leave you and be delivered, it must be transported. There is always a communication line. When you pick your phone and you call someone, for the person to hear you, that voice must be transported. There are fiber optics. There are waves that transport sounds from one person to another so that the other party can hear. So also, in the realm of the spirit, there is a transportation means by which when you speak to God, it takes your prayer and God hears you. So that it came from your heart and left your mouth does not mean that it will enter God's ear and into his heart. There is something that connects a prayer from the heart and leaves your mouth to God, so that it will arrive into his ear and then also get to his heart. So are you seeing the effect? It first leaves your heart before it leaves your mouth. But when it gets to God, it first enters God's ear before it gets to his heart. So it came from the heart to the heart. But there's a connection, there's a means of traveling. It travels from your mouth and arrives in his ear. Your mouth is simply the envelope upon which your prayer is transported. So what you say matters. So number one transporter of your prayer is your mouth. Generator, but your mouth is a transporter. Those of you that say we are praying in the heart, say why are you not praying and praying my heart? That's not been released. Thank you. Please sit down. You cannot be talking to me from the heart. Many people are too When we are praying in church, you see them moving around, but they are not praying. They feel simply being in church means prayer answered. That God who sees the heart has seen my heart. No way. Your mouth must be opened. God has stopped answering certain prayers that come from the heart. It must be released from the mouth. This is why voice expression is key in the transfer of prayer. Vocal expression is a major means by which your prayer is being transported. If you can't open your mouth to say it, then you are wasting your time. God's ears will not hear it, because ears are only created to respond to sound. Ears don't respond to sign. Ears don't respond to feelings. So that you are feeling it in your heart does not mean God is hearing you. The Bible did not say unto him that feels us. The only thing God feels your pain. For we do not have a high priest who cannot be touched by the feelings of another. It's a feeling against a feeling. But even after that, he said, let us come boldly. Hey, can you see? He knows that you are feeling it. He's also feeling it, but he said, come boldly. Hebrews 4. From verse 15 or so. Does God feel your pain? Yes. Does he see what you are going through? Yes. Do you want to be free from it? That depends on you, not on him. And how does he know whether you want to be free from what you are going through or not? By expression. Opening your mouth and speaking. He feels you. He's a high priest. He feels us. The Bible says he's touched with the feelings of our infirmities. He feels what you feel. But he still went ahead and said that let us come boldly to the throne of grace. Let us come boldly. Verse 16. Hallelujah. Speak. 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 Many times Jesus met these guys who were blind, who were lame, he asked questions. They have to respond. What do you want? That I may receive my sight. Yeah, of course. When you say a blind man, what does he want? When you say a cripple, what do you want? That I may walk again. What drew the attention of the disciples at the beautiful gate? I mean, when they were about entering the temple, was the vocal expression of the man. He said, vocal expression. Hallelujah. Don't be doing silent prayer. Go far with you. Number 2, transporter of prayer, faith. Faith. James chapter 1, verse 5 to verse 8. James chapter 1, verse 5 to verse 8. The Bible said, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God that giveth to all men liberally and upbraideth not, and it shall be given. So you can see where asking is coming from. Asking, speaking. That's the first part. Then he went further and said, but let him ask in faith. So you speak in faith. So faith is the second level of transportation of your prayer. Nothing wavering. It's like a wave of the sea driven with the wind and tossed. For let him not that man think that he shall receive anything. Can you see? When confession and faith have not been engaged, nothing can be received. Let that man not think that he can receive anything, not something, anything from the Lord. Verse 8. A double-minded person is unstable